Even a warrior of Royal's renown could not have hoped to escape by force. Despite her claims, her surrender does not bespeak innocence, but an awareness that her position is untenable. With the ivy thus uprooted, as it were, it is to be hoped that the tendrils she entwined around the immortal flames will gradually wither and die. Mayhap then the people of Uldar will have the grand company they deserve. But let us speak of the present. If I may ask, what will you do now, Meteor? You know that my people, just to be clear, my people believe that Uldar deserve nothing but to rot for rejecting us. I do know that. So, the Scions seek a way into Rookery's sanctum. Then I dare say you are eager to return to the Rising Stones. Pray do not let me keep you from returning. Fear not, my countrymen and I shall tend to the aftermath. You need not waste your talents here. And speaking of talents, have you considered training in the art of the shinobi? You have an aptitude for it, and we are well after 2.3, so it has been added, I believe. So please give it some thought. Till next time, which by the way, I mean tomorrow, when you plan to do the rogue quests, my friend. That's right. We're going to do rogue in the morning. It's good of her to know. Let's pray return to the Rising Stones. By the way, we decided Iceheart looked like Rookery because all we saw of her was white hair, like the first several times. It was added this patch. I don't know why I thought it was 2.4. It's 2.3. It's 2.4. Oh, that's so exciting. All right. We only had to pray return to the Waking Sands 19 times, by my count. But now we're pray returning to other places, like the Rising Stones, to talk to the lovely Minfilia. Where's our bartender? Hey, what are these guys doing? What are you doing? They're having a squatting contest. Strength, Hori! On your honor as a scion, I forbid you to surrender.
I cannot go on much longer.
I could do this all day. A-all-all-D-A-Y. Oh. Oh, there's our bartender. A rousing tale of comrades' valor. Truly we are fortunate to count Lady Yaguri a friend. Yes, but Higiri, you're missing the point. The individual does not matter. It's a team effort, and I was the one who oh my. Didn't I intend to do Rogue today? Yeah, probably. Chris, you weren't here during the first hour and a half of stream to keep me on task. Just know that the first hour and a half of stream, I got almost nothing done. We were like an hour and 17 minutes in before there was anything truly productive. Thankfully, we started an hour early. Welcome back, Meteor. I understand that Alphino had a task for you. May I ask what it was? Charges of treason and espionage against Helene Royale? I can scarcely believe it. Could there not have been some manner of misunderstanding? No, it avails us not to dwell on it. Whatever the truth may be, we must entrust to the authorities to uncover it. Let us speak of another matter. I am pleased to report that we have made progress on our efforts to find a way into Rookery's sanctum. That makes sense. That makes sense. As you may recall it, Rookery used an aetherite in the depths of Snowcloak to teleport a short distance to the west, most likely to a sanctuary of some description. It is there that we suspect she means to summon Shiva using the crystal she stole from House Fortan Caravan. The heretics believe that they are bringing about the second coming of their patron saint, but if, as we suspect, they mean to hold a summoning ritual of some kind employed by the beast tribes, it seems likely that the result will be something more akin to a primal. Suffice it to say, they must be stopped, and stop them we shall. But first, we must surmount the obstacle that Rookery has placed in our path. Ordinarily, it would be simple matter to tap into the established Aethernet and thereby follow our quarry. That's not how Aetherites work. However, despite our best efforts, we have been unable to ascertain the position of the Aetherite to which we have teleported. That's because you have to touch him first! Our prevailing theory is that she destroyed the second Aetherite upon their arrival. A reckless, desperate matter, but also an effective one. After discussing the matter at length with Oriange, we have concluded that we lack the expertise to develop a solution. That's because you don't understand how Aetherites work. You have to touch them! Which is why we have called upon the aid of one who does possess such expertise. A colleague of ours who is currently en route to Revenant's Toll from Charlayan. She should be arriving within the hour, in fact. Since you're here, mayhap we could welcome her together. I am certain she would appreciate the gesture. Let us make our way to the northern gates and await her coming. I'm just saying, we have yet to be able to teleport to Aetherites without having touched them first. Until, what, Endwalker? You gotta lick the Blarney Stone. Like, you can't just go places you haven't touched. And we're like, oh yeah, we'll just follow her. I didn't tune to Ugamaro's Titan's Aetherite either. Yeah, that weirded me out then. We're kind of fast and loose with Aetherites rules. So. Just saying. We're living a little fast and loose with the rules of Aether right now. What are you talking about? She's just talking trash right now. Who are we meeting?
Minfilia, am I right?
None other. I bid you welcome to Revenant's Toll, and thank you for traveling so far on such short notice.
As if I could ever say no to Urianger.
Moonbreeder is an accomplished Charlian scholar, and an authority on Aetherite technologies.
Not a face I recognize.
She has played an invaluable role in our search for a means to capture Ascian souls.
Oh.
Charmed, I'm sure.
I've played Endwalker, so I'm familiar with the last chapter of her book, but that was not a moment that hit me because I didn't know who you were. For an outpost in aether-rich wastelands, this place is a good deal livelier than I expected. Just goes to show that you never really know until you know. Oh, okay. Let us return to the Rising Stones at once, then. We have much to discuss. Oh, I guess they're both gone. Yeah, I don't know who Moenbraid is. I understand that there were certain moments in Endwalker that weren't for me. I enjoyed Endwalker a great deal, and nobody can take that away from me. But there were certain moments that I am aware were not targeting me. Somebody who didn't really know what was going on. So, what's nice is that I'm missing so much, it leaves a lot of room. As opposed to, like, when we get to the end of, like, Stormblood, anything that I know is missing is going to get real squished, because I don't know when it happens. Hello again. Is that Tup Samati on the back wall over there? I'm amazed you managed to find all the pieces after, well, you know. Is Tup Samati the name of the staff? There's not like a plaque I can interact with. Is that a Final Fantasy XI name? Is that a weapon name? They bring over weapon names, right?
Moon! Gods, it's been ages!
Oh, longer, sister.
Actual sister?
A joyous reunion indeed.
Jealous?
Well, of course it is. Moon and I are like twin sisters.
Oh, like sisters.
Save in appearance and aptitude.
Oh, snap.
Everyone, if I could have your attention. We have with us an esteemed guest who has come from Sharlayan to assist us. I bid Moonbreeder join us here that she might share with us her extensive knowledge of Aetherites. Also, as many of you are already aware, she has been overseeing our research into white auracite, a sample of which she has been good enough to bring with her.
Well, I had to come, didn't I? You'd have to be bloody daft to turn your nose up at a chance like this. Where better to conduct my final tests than a land so steeped in ether you can taste it?
'Tis plain the passage of the years hath done little to dampen thy youthful spirits, and nothing at all to reform thy youthful manner.
Oriange, where in the hells have you been hiding?
Unhand me.
I come all this way, and that's what you have to say to me. I much preferred when you were pleading with me to drop everything and hurry to your side. What was it you said? None save thee can satisfy this need.
Go on.
Thine artless attempts to misrepresent mine all too innocent motives do thee little credit. Mine intent, as well thou knowest, was but to impress upon thee the gravity of the circumstance. Lest thou doubt, a deiform entity shall shortly be summoned, save if thou and no other grantest my compeers thine aid.
Thancred would like to note that he has a thirst that also has not been quenched.
You still haven't found it, then? You're missing Aetherite.
We have not. No. We know that Iceheart teleported to an Aetherite not far from the first. Yet even after careful analysis, we could not locate a second beacon. We now suspect that the heretics destroyed the second Aetherite to impede our pursuit. Our allies continue to scour Snowcloak for Iceheart's sanctuary, but we have no guarantee that they will find it. Yet it must be found, for even now Iceheart prepares to call upon Saint Shiva.
I'm sorry, but if the Aetherite's been destroyed, then that's that. Although, you're absolutely sure she used the first Aetherite, are you? She didn't just use teleportation magics?
One of our own bore witness to her escape. I can say with absolute certainty that Iceheart used the Aetherite.
I would know
In
the
that case, there might be a way, so long as the ethereal current is still flowing.
I don't understand the difference.
Truly? How?
We use the current to recreate the beacon. As you know, Aetherites are a bit like lighthouses. We use them to reconstitute our physical forms when crossing the ethereal sea. Without them, we'd lose all sense of direction and our essence would dissipate. However, we don't rely solely on these beacons. There are currents of ether which flow between them, currents which help guide us to our destination. Now, these currents will gradually dwindle away to nothing if an aetherite is destroyed. But if even a sluggish flow remains, we could theoretically use it to direct a surge of concentrated ether towards the void left by the beacon, and thereby fill it up again.
But if we miss, don't we dissipate into nothing?
Like opening the floodgates to fill a dry riverbed. Though, correct me if I'm wrong, but would we not need a veritable reservoir of ether?
In concert, we might manage to channel a sufficient volume, yet that is not my chief concern. To direct the flow of so great a volume of ether with the requisite precision would be a nigh impossible task in itself.
I barely succeeded in facilitating travel to an unattuned beacon. That which you describe sounds considerably more difficult.
Yeah, but you're just Y'shtola. Like, we're way better than you. No disrespect.
And dangerous. Every person who has attempted to teleport in this fashion has died in the process. They, however, did not have wide aura sight at their disposal.
Plus, like, do you know how many times I've already died? I'm super good at dying. It's fine.
I can use it to channel all the ether you can give me into the aetherite. However, white aura sight cannot retain ether for an extended period of time, so we would need to infuse it immediately beforehand. Just so you know, I'd confidently give this plan better than even odds of success. And if the worst comes to worst, your people won't suffer.
Though it risked the lives of our best and brightest, we have not the time to seek other options. If the ethereal current still flows, we shall carry out Moonbreeder's plan.
That's the spirit. Let's roll the dice.
Great. What could go wrong? What could go wrong? Everything's gonna work out fine, always. I have already informed Alphino of our plan to recreate the beacon in the manner Moonbreda described. He agreed that despite the inherent danger, it represents our only hope of success. He also said he wished to meet you at Snowcloak before proceeding. I expect you'll find him waiting for you there, still not dressed appropriately for the weather, when you arrive. I want you to know that I appreciate everything you have done on our behalf, Meteor, and that I have faith you will return to us, as you always have. Minfilia, we're gonna be friends forever. Always. Always. I've only played Shadowbringers and Endwalker, and I have no reason to believe that anybody in that room is gonna have anything but success here. No concerns. I saw the last movie. I'm missing some in-between stuff. It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine. Everybody involved does great. It's after 5 o'clock. I should probably switch to beer and go full Sevi here. I have a koozie handy from the other night when I was knocking out the Abner quests while hanging out watching. I don't remember who I was watching. Last night I was watching Llama Todd progress P6. Looks hard. Looks real hard. Never set foot in an ultimate. Looks real hard. Alright. I stayed up like 2.5 hours longer than I intended to last night, watching them just keep doing that. Here we go. Good to see you, Meteor. I was starting to wonder if you were having second thoughts. Captain Edelbert sent his regards, by the way. He attends to the interrogation of Elaine Royale and Uldar even as we speak. But I shall not distract you from the matter at hand. We can discuss the Ivy upon your return. I trust that, by which I mean to say, the others are waiting for us at the Aetherite. After you, Scion. Why are you still not wearing a coat, child? It's not hard. Put a jacket on. I can see your ribcage. Well, Breda's just tougher than him. I believe she's fine. Is there any reason to be concerned here? I mean, if it gets screwed up, people only die and don't come back, right? There! It's ready. Huh. It worked, I think. Try attuning to the aetherite now. Feel for the current. Try to locate the beacon. In general, just lick it like you do every other aetherite. There's 8 of us. That's a full party. We can't drop to 7. It would ruin our limit break. We have done all we can, Meteor. For now, let us withdraw. When your final preparations are complete, you must seek out the beacon we have created. If, by the grace of the 12, you arrive safely, you must stop Iceheart before she summons Shiva. Okay. I'm ready.